Scott, how are the vibes at Raymond James Stadium at the moment?
I'll tell you what, Matt, that man right there that you saw on the screen, Todd Bowles, we're going to give him his due right now. That guy, he was pissed. He was pissed back in week 3 that his defense got shredded for 201 yards on the ground. This is a guy that loves to take away the run, that wants to take away the run, whose defense needs to take away the run. And when a team like Philadelphia came into Raymond James Stadium on Monday night back in week 3 and rolled up 201 yards on the ground, and Todd Bowles' defense couldn't stop him, he took it personally. And I'll tell you what, Matt, this guy right here is the head coach of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in 2024. What a masterful job he did. This guy has had a couple of suspect games this year. This guy's also had some great game plans this year. The game plan against the Eagles, in my opinion, was his best since Super Bowl 55 against Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes, and the Kansas City Chiefs. Scott came out with a 6-man defensive line with 4 defensive tackles, 2 edge rushers, using Zion McCollum as a safety, using KJ Britt as the linebacker in that run-stuffing package rather than Devin White. The personnel usage, the game plan was exceptional. Todd Bowles got the playoff win that the Glazers and Jason Light wanted to see him get. He got it. He earned it. It wasn't even close. We'll get to Dave Canales in a minute, but right now, Todd Bowles absolutely gets his due. This was a defensive mastermind at work tonight. And when you look at these numbers, Matt, and Pewter people, welcome to the show. 0 of 9 on third down.
Goodness. Phenomenal.
0 of 2 on fourth down. And the one time the Eagles went to the tush push on the extra point, Bowles' defense stopped it. Bucs fans, give Todd Bowles his due. He's checked the boxes that the Glazers and Jason Light wanted to see him check. Show improvement over last year. They went 9-8. They won the division again. Check the box. Show improvement by winning a home playoff game. Show us, Todd Bowles, that you can be a coach that can not just be a defensive coordinator on a Super Bowl team, but be a head coach that can take a team into the playoffs and win in the playoffs. Because if you can't win the playoffs, you're not going to win the Super Bowl. He did that tonight in convincing fashion. So hats off to Todd Bowles. It just an absolute masterful game plan from him tonight.
Scott, I could not agree with you more. I was having feelings of that Super Bowl game against the Kansas City Chiefs with what Tampa Bay was able to do on the defensive side of the football. It's also ironic that game against the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, they won 31-9, and then tonight they won 32-9. Yeah. I mean, coming out of the gate right away, speaking on the defensive side, with KJ Britt inserted again at inside linebacker. Remember, KJ Britt was injured last week and did not play against the Carolina Panthers. He didn't even really return to practice until later in the week leading up to this game. So that was huge. Moving around the outside linebackers with Yaya Diaby and Anthony Nelson lining up at the inside linebacker position, just putting more pressure and different looks. And yes, to your point, Zion McCollum playing safety. So many twists and adjustments that we did not see, not just against that first matchup with the Eagles, but really all season. They had been using Zion McCollum a little bit more in that safety role. But loved what I saw from the defense today. The pressure on Jalen Hurts. They got a couple of sacks. Kalijah Kancey got a sack. JTS was fantastic tonight.
Greg Gaines got a sack tonight.
Greg Gaines got a sack. They kept Jalen Hurts in the pocket. They didn't allow him to extend plays. I'm almost shocked at how much the Eagles did not even try to run the ball when that game was still close. Remember, they were only down by a score going into the half.
That's right.
And they ran it well on the first drive of the game. They ran twice in a row and got a first down with DeAndre Swift. And then whether it was the Bucs stacking it up and forcing the Eagles to throw it, the Eagles really did not try to establish the run game when I really thought they should have, given
15 carries, Matt. 15 carries for 42 yards, a 2.8 yard average. Just superb run defense.
And one of those was a scramble by Jalen Hurts. So really only 14 designed runs. 42 yards in total. Just a masterclass from Todd Bowles on the defensive side of the ball. Kalijah Cansey was great. Vita Vea was a stud. Levante David, incredible. Jamel Dean, a tackling machine.
Yes.
Really, the only guy that went off for the Eagles, and he did go off, was Devontae Smith. 8 catches for 148 yards. But you only allowed 1 touchdown. You only allowed really 1 big play. And, to your point, Scott, what they did on 3rd down, what they did on 4th down, you don't see that for like years and years and years by any defense, even the greatest of defenses. And just truly set the tone. The offense was fantastic as well. We'll talk about plenty of that. But, I mean, there are times we say this was the best game. This was the best game.
Yeah.
The Bucs, what they did to the Eagles tonight, that was a dismantling. That was a bashing, which we used in the title today. That was a full-blown ass kicking.
It really was.
Especially in that second half, and what really should have been in the first half as well. The Bucs dominated from beginning to end. Certainly wasn't perfect, but a lot of things really to like. And yes, Todd Bowles, we can answer this question. Todd Bowles is going to be the head coach next season. He earned it. He was in his bag in this game, and well deserved.